Mayor, members of the council, and honorable guests, I have the high privilege of honor of presenting to you the Mayor of the great city of Baltimore, the Honorable Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake.
Thank you all so very much. Mr. President, members of the City Council, Madam Comptroller, friends and colleagues in government, faithful clergy, and committed citizens of Baltimore City. Thank you for the opportunity to report to you on the state of our city as we work together to grow Baltimore. I want to recognize a few special people. I know that without their help, their love, and their support, I could not juggle the duties of being mayor with the responsibilities of being a mother and a wife. As a mother of an 11-year-old, I, like many other working parents in this room, often look to my family for help. I want to thank my husband, Kent, and my mother, and my entire family. Yes, Mom, yes, you. This is your moment in the spotlight. I want to thank my mother and my entire family for all that you do every day. I was born and raised in Baltimore. I am a Baltimore girl through and through. My mother's from the east side. She graduated from Dunbar. My father's from the west side. He grew up in Poe Homes and graduated from Douglas. I'm a very, very proud graduate of Western High School. Yes. Thank you very much, fellow doves in the room. Anytime you have an opportunity where leadership is convened, there's always a few doves in the room. So I am very proud that my daughter attends Baltimore City Public Schools as well. I love the city. I love peppermint sticks at the Flower Mart. I love egg custard snowballs, extra marshmallow, Lake Montebello, Druid Hill Park, taking my daughter ice skating at Mima DePietro Ice Rink. I like the rhythm of the crowd at the African American Festival, the pageantry of Hunfest, and a few Black-Eyed Susans at Preakness. But you know what I really love about Baltimore? The people. The people of our city have heart, passion, and determination. I would say we have grit. When the British invaded, we fought and we won. When the Great Fire burned our city, we rebuilt. And after decades of decline and blight from our city, today we grow. We're scrappy, we're resilient, we're proud. And whenever anyone tries to count Baltimore out, we prove them wrong. That's why I'm honored. That's why I'm honored to serve as your mayor. In my inaugural address, it was a time for us to be bold. I laid out that challenge to focus on growing Baltimore. I wanted not only to attract new families, but to improve the quality of life for those already here. And we're doing great things in Baltimore. No one can deny that we've turned a corner. New families, new millennials, and new companies are increasingly choosing to make Baltimore their home, and more are choosing to stay. For the first time in decades, our city is growing. We know that Baltimore is great, but just listen to what others are saying about us. We are a city of innovators. Both Popular Mechanics and Consumer Reports rank our city as one of the nation's best for startups. We are a smart city. Forbes magazine ranks us as the 6th smartest city in America. We've been described as a cool city for millennials. We have the fourth fastest growing population for that demographic. We are a city with great history, arts, and culture. USA says we're the home to one of the best city arts districts in America. Shout out to Station North. And Fort McHenry ranks as one of the city's best national monuments. The country's best national monuments, excuse me. We are a city of outstanding colleges and universities. We are home to the best hospitals in the world. Patients travel from all corners of the globe for treatment at Johns Hopkins. The University of Maryland sets the standard for world-class trauma care. We are a strong city, but like every other city across the country, we have challenges. From the beginning, I made it clear I would not leave our toughest issues for other electeds to solve or pass along inevitable doomsday crises to our children. Instead, we chose a different path. We reformed pensions, we began a path towards a 10-year financial plan, giving us an opportunity over a reasonable period of time to fix our long-term structural deficit while protecting our shared priorities. In July, Standard & Poor's upgraded the city's credit rating to AA, affirming that we are on the right fiscal path. Coupled with that same rating from Moody's, this represents the highest combined rating for Baltimore City from both agencies in more than 50 years. I was waiting for you to stand up on that one, Henry. Over the long term, this will save taxpayers millions of dollars on construction projects like schools, roads, and recreation centers. And I intend to continue making decisions that will maintain our long-term fiscal stability. As we took on these huge financial challenges, we moved ahead with our promise to reduce the city's residential property tax rate. Whether you are a first-time home buyer, a growing family, or a lifelong resident, I want you to stay in Baltimore. Since I introduced my plan to reduce the property tax rate for homeowners 20 cents by 2020, I've been working responsibly and steadily to provide real tax relief. That's why when I announce next year's budget proposal, I will deliver yet another cut, making a reduction of about 14 cents since I took office. I promised that I would reduce property tax rates, and that's a promise that I'm keeping. In addition to creating a solid financial foundation for our city to grow, our top priority has been making our city safer. First and foremost, we must thank the men and women who selflessly risk their lives to protect the citizens of Baltimore City each and every day they show up for work. We're reminded of their sacrifices this year with the tragic deaths of Police Officer Craig Chandler and Fire Lieutenant James Bethia. I would like all of us to take a moment of silence for our fallen heroes. Thank you. Under the leadership of Police Commissioner Bass, in 2014, we made progress in our ongoing fight to make our streets safer. Last year, we experienced declines in every major crime category, including a 10% decline in homicides, resulting in the second lowest number of homicides in a generation. I'm encouraged by our progress, but I'm still not satisfied. One victim is too many. One life is too many, and one senseless tragedy is more than any of us should bear. I know because I too have been there. We know a more proactive police department will ensure that fewer families feel that pain. People in Baltimore want to see more police on the streets. So last month, we launched a new system of scheduling our patrol officers. This new schedule is expected to produce real results for our residents, more officers during peak times, and faster response to citizen calls. This change was accomplished in partnership with the Fraternal Order of Police, and I want to thank the FOP President, Gene Ryan, for working with us. In addition to seeing more police on the streets, residents often tell me that they want to know the officers in their community. And just as important, our officers should know the people they are sworn to protect. We now have foot officers walking communities throughout our city every single day. We can clap for that, that's good. Additionally, We've continued our focus, our intense focus on repeat violent offenders. With our partners at the federal level, we put nearly 90 members of a gang organization in federal prison with enhanced sentences. Meanwhile, the department's Operation Ceasefire led to a 45% reduction in homicides in the Western District. And this year, we are expanding Operation Ceasefire to the Eastern District. I want to thank our new state's attorney, Marilyn Mosby. She has hit the ground running in her first few months in office, not that there was an option. You had to hit the ground running and you were doing it well. I welcome her to our fight against repeat violent offenders, and I look forward to our partnership producing results for the citizens of Baltimore. We've also seen tremendous gains in fire safety, thanks to the hard work of Chief Ford and the men and women of our fire department. With their efforts, we have sustained reductions in fire-related deaths and improved EMS response times.